Good day everybody, my name is Agda Hiroishi. It's been a while since I made a video about Avicii, and I was thinking of making a video about another electronic dance musician. And today I'll be talking about Zedd. Now without further ado, let the video begin and let me explain whom he was. Zedd was born on September 2nd, 1989 in Saratov of United States of Soviet Republics in USSR. Coincidentally, Avicii will be born only almost a week later on September 6th of the same year. Zedd and his family moved to Germany shortly after formation of Russian Federation, and he would start his music career when he was only 13 years old, with the help of his older brother Arkady. Ironically, he would not be involved in the EDM at first. Rather, he was involved in metalcore music. But after hearing Justice's first album, Cross, he started to be focused heavily on EDM. He would leave his band Dioramic that he started with his older brother in 2010 and start making EDM music. His debut single was called The Anthem, and it peaked in the top 20 of Beatport's house chart. Then in 2011, he would remix Skrillex's Nice Monsters and Nice Sprites. I think Scary Monster and Nice Sprites, whatever. And Lady Gaga's Born This Way before making another single called Shave It Up. In 2012, his popularity would only accelerate as he and Methicoma together made a song called Spectrum, which would receive RIAA Platinum certification, which means it sold 1 million copies. But obviously, the most well-known song from him would be released on November 14th of that same year, and it's called Clarity. Fox has provided vocals for that song, but it was written by Zedd, Methicoma, Skylar Grey, and shockingly Porter Robinson. Nowadays, Porter Robinson is associated with depressing songs related to depression among teenagers and that important stuff. But back then he was full of energy, and he actually helped Zedd to make that song. It would become Zedd's hit, reaching 5 times platinum, aka 5 million copies sold in RIAA certification in US alone. And winning Grammy Award for the Best Dance EDM Recording, beating out other contenders like Sweet Sweet Nothing by Calvin Harris in 2014. Zedd's eponymous album Clarity would be released a month and 9 days before the release of that single, but it will be still successful and win Grammy for the Best Dance Recording / album at the same time as that single. This album would gain a deluxe edition, which would consist of 2 new singles, such as Stay the Night, with the vocals of Hayley Williams from Paramore, and Push Play, with the vocals of Miriam. She and Zedd, alongside Coma, would collaborate with each other again in 2014, with the release of the single Find You, which would both provide vocals. They would both provide vocals for a song, and that song will become part of the Divergent soundtrack. To be honest, I really like that movie, and if I have time and enough will, I would really like to make the video reviewing that series and the whole trilogy of the movies and books, so stay tuned for the upcoming videos. Then, on July 2nd, he would collaborate with Ariana Grande on a single called Break Free from her album My Everything, which reached RIAA 3 times platinum, aka 3 million copies sold in the United States alone. In next year, Zedd would release his second album, True Colors, which would be released a week before my birthday of that 2015 year, and would include great singles like I Want You to Know with Selena Gomez's vocals, released on Russian Defender of Fatherland's Day, aka February 23rd. Beautiful Now with John Bellion's vocals 6 days before the album release. And Paper Cut with Troye Sivan on 17th July, and the album's eponymous single, initially recorded with Tim James' vocals and released on the same day as the album, before getting a new version with Keisha next year. Personally, my favorite single from this album is True Colors, due to the energetic nature of it and the lyrics. Oh, actually, my favorite single is Done with Love, due to the energetic nature of it and the lyrics that it contains. But after the release of Kesha's single, Zedd started to go downhill, and his songs sounded too similar to Chainsmokers that were hyping in 2016. In 2017, he would release Stay with Alicia Cara vocals and Get Low with Liam Pavney vocals, both of which sounded more like a generic pop song, like, Chainsmokers and that stuff, rather than actual EDM. And that continued with 2018. In 2018, when he released the song The Middle with Martin Morris vocals. There were other contenders for the vocals, such as Tav Lowe, who made the song with 7 lines. Nothing more than strangers passing by out on the street. Remember that song from Multi Instruments? And Demi Lovato, which would make the song called Solo with Clean Bandit on the same year in 2018. Then Zedd made several singles after 2018 and 2019 and 2020, like Happy Now with Elle Douet, 365 with Katy Perry, Good Thing with Kehlani, Funny with Jasmine Thompson, and Inside Out with Griff. By then, Zedd's music declined in quality and popularity, and sounded like an average pop song, instead of the actual EDM that made him popular in the early 2010s. However, in 2020, after finishing up his songs, Zedd announced that he was working on the next album, the third album, and that he was confirmed and that was even confirmed in 2023. He said that he wants to make it sound like his early works, which is actually a great thing, and that his fans were up, and that's what actually his fans wanted. It is anticipated to be released this year or probably next year, and I hope that this album would be really enjoyable, since I really love the EDMs of the early 2010s. And I'm just sick and tired of listening to the rap that comes out of the acquaintances' phone speakers. Yikes. Hopefully, that will be an antidote to that crappy music. But anyways, I hope that you've enjoyed that video. Make sure you click the like button if you actually like this video, subscribe to my channel in order to be notified, and click the bell button if you want to be notified ahead of everybody. And that is not it. I'll be releasing more videos, and I'll be seeing you next time. Peace out, everybody.